New York, and on the new Hot 97 app. Ebro in the morning on Hot 97.
Right.
Ebro in the morning, the amazing Laura Stiles. Rosenberg, what are you wearing? We'll get back to that later.
It's Juancho's poncho. I'm repping Mexico for Juanito today.
Yeah.
It's also freezing here, so it doubles up very nicely.
And from Power, Naturi Naughton.
Yeah, Naturi back.
Naturi back.
Hey.
I get lost in the seasons. Is this 5 or 6?
Season 5.
Season 5. Season 4 closed. Your daughter was killed.
Yes, that was a crazy season.
Season.
That's the end.
And in season 5, I've looked at the trailer, and I think what we're seeing Tommy Ghost and 50's character Curtis, or not Curtis.
That's 50's real life character.
Kanan. Yes.
Working together.
Yes, it's gonna be interesting. I don't know why, for some reason, Ghost and Tommy trust Kanan again, but I don't know. This season is the three amigos back together again.
You end up having sex with Kanan?
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Just wondering how far
That's
it goes.
in his dreams.
That's how Power gets crazy.
No, it does. And there was one season, I don't know if y'all remember, when Kanan comes up the elevator. He says that, I was thinking about you when I was inside. And I was like, okay. So he's been apparently doing a lot of activities while in prison thinking about me. But no, Tasha has no interest in Kanan. She actually despises him.
Wow. And there's rumors that this is the final season.
Who told you that? They didn't tell me that.
Okay.
How could that be? We just got picked up for season 6.
Okay.
No,
that was a little rumor.
We actually got picked up for season 6 before, before it aired, but it was like maybe 2 months ago.
I did see a quote that you said that this was one of the most emotional seasons for you to film. Tell us a little bit. Can you tell us?
Yes,
you can't spoil it.
Well, he just spoke about it. Ebro just said, my daughter was killed at the end of season 4. This season, Tasha is the most vulnerable, emotional that she's ever been. I think it's because she's broken. How do you lose your husband. He's sleeping with the Fed. He goes to jail. I help get him out of jail, protect him, hold him down. My son is acting a hot mess. Now he wants to be in a drug game and my daughter gets killed. There is no real rest for Tasha. The whole world seems to be falling apart. So when you watch season 5, you're going to be like, dang, I feel for her.
Did it help becoming a mom?
It did.
In this process.
Yes. The last time I was here, I was pregnant.
Yeah.
I was like 9 months pregnant.
You were very close. Yeah.
I was very pregnant. No, I didn't realize how much that would give the insight, but it has given me so many layers. As a new mother, I can't imagine or even fathom what it feels like to have a daughter killed, especially, at the hands of the drug game and a gun. It's just unbelievable. But I think as a mother, it's made me connect to just all the ways that you're willing to do whatever it takes for your child. Like I would do whatever to protect, to save, to go to prison. She's willing to fall on her sword for Tariq. And she wishes there was something she could do to save Raina, but she couldn't. And I think I get choked up every time I think about it. It's crazy.
But I was going to ask you how someone being through a tragedy like that is so unimaginable.
Oh, absolutely.
So I suppose the only thing you can do is just transfer how deep the love is for your baby
Absolutely.
sort of into it.
That's all you can do. My little girl, she's only 10 months, actually 11 months now. Oh my gosh.
What's her name?
It's crazy, Zuri. Baby Zuri.
It's about to get fun.
Oh, is it?
Bad.
It's a good time.
Bad in
she's
some ways.
She's almost walking.
See, this is cute. This
is cute.
She's about to have an opinion.
Her personality is coming through.
Oh, yeah, no.
She has little moments that I'm like, you weren't doing that at 6 months.
You acting totally different, little baby.
Little Zuri.
The first time a little baby tells you no, and you're like, but just 6 months ago, you were just a ball of mush, and now you're like, no.
Yeah, and she won't really let me hold her as much, or she's just too busy. She's like, I want to explore. I'm like, just sit with me. And she's like, no, get off of me.
It's so fast. You don't realize how fast it is, right?
Super. She's turning 1 July 19th. Because remember, the premiere last year was days before I went into labor. I literally had the baby. Well, actually the premiere happened and then I went into labor. So this is the year where I'm enjoying just the newness of motherhood, but now I'm like, oh, I miss the And she was tiny and little because she's a big girl. She's going to be tall like her daddy. So Zuri's a good baby, though. She's the happiest little girl. I'm so blessed.
Well, that's incredibly lucky.
You're being
Thank
prepared
you.
for her to act completely different.
Really?
Yes.
I just think she's going to be happy
No,
forever.
she'll be happy.
Like, 'cause she's just
Your
like,
daughter's
really,
very happy, bro.
She's very
All the time,
joyous.
except when they're not happy.
How old is yours?
She'll be 4 in August.
Okay. See, this is good. So she's kind of leveled out.
Yeah, things get
4.
Yeah, but you have to and at certain points there's these crossroads where if you don't establish that there
Some
are
ground
rules and
rules.
regulations,
See,
and
that's
this
the
is
thing.
absolutely not going because there will come a day
Exactly.
when she tells you no,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not a cute no. It's not like what was the no you just did?
I think it was
Kinda went,
no.
No, it becomes
No.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
because they're practicing the version of the no that
Yes.
you give them when they do something.
Exactly.
So they're going to give that back
And
to
they're,
you.
I guess, asserting themselves and coming into their own. Oh, it's
and then the
it's
solid
happening.
stand in the middle of the floor of the challenge of, I just told you no.
Now, what you gonna do?
So be ready for what you're going to
The
do.
test.
Okay.
Has
The test.
Issa ever said to you, at least with her eyes, well,
Issa will look at you like she'll look at you like you're short, up and down. She'll go, no.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I can't
and the
imagine.
first time I
Zuri
heard it,
doing
I
that.
heard her mom go, did you just look at me like I was short?
Like really give you the like.
Yeah, like, and what?
She probably saw you do it.
Probably, because she is short. So I was looking at But no, you have to be prepared for that because you will be challenged.
Oh, but I know how to.
you look like you're having fun with it.
I will be. I'm gonna be a disciplinarian.
But you've been super busy though with besides Power and the baby. You were involved in Stepsisters.
I did. Yeah, the movie I did just what came out last summer.
Yeah.
On Netflix. Super cool. Wound up being trending on Netflix. A really fun movie where I got a chance to dance and step. People were like, were you pregnant doing all that step? And I was like, no, we shot that 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It just came out. It was a lot of fun. I shot it in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Good times.
We had Lena. Lena was a guest and
Oh,
she was
yeah,
telling
Lena
us
White.
about it.
She was a producer, and a lot of people from Dear White People were part of it. But Stepsisters was great. Fun times.
You may have covered this ad nauseum at this point, but there was a time before Power, right? And even before Notorious.
Yeah.
Right? Where you were in limbo as a singer, actress,
Real talk.
trying to find a path, right? Talk about staying focused during that time and appreciating where you are right now in your career.
Ooh, that's so important because I think a lot of people think, you just come out of nowhere, or they think, oh, you just were always the girl on Power, or they see your success and they forget that there's like 10 years of a story that happened before this moment right now. So for me, the way I stayed encouraged, lots of prayer, lots of family support. Me just really taking a break from after post 3LW. I went to college. I'm a
we
Jersey
talked about
girl.
this. You weren't here last time, right, Ebro?
wasn't
you
here.
missed it.
So we did this really great chat
Oh,
about.
did you?
Remember,
Oh, yeah.
because you explained to us about
Yeah.
what it was like to be in 3LW, but then it went away
then
and she
all
was
of
just a
a
regular
sudden-
girl in college.
Oh yeah, at Seton Hall, people were like, "Wait a minute,
This is your song.
Ain't your video on TRL like on 106 in Park? We were the #1 video, and I was sitting in political science class trying to figure out how I'm gonna pay for the books,
Right.
And it was crazy. So it took a while. I'm not gonna lie, Ebro. It was hard for me to adjust because they went on, to Cheetah Girls and continued making money, and I was dead broke. So part of what we talked about last year was that struggle is necessary. And I went through it, and then I decided, you know what? I can do something else, Broadway. And while I was in college at Seton Hall, I got an audition for a show called Hairspray. Best thing ever in my life. It changed everything. I was live theater on stage at the Neil Simon Theater. Tevin Campbell was in it, Darlene Love, a bunch of great people. And here I am today, able to sit here 10, 15 years later saying, you know what? I'm glad 3LW happened. Even the breakup, even the negative, even all the drama, it was necessary because if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't be as strong as I am today.
As a black woman who dealt with watching, social media wasn't there at that time, but
Thank God.
yeah, it would have been
That would have been crazy.
because there was also the complexionism thing, you being a brown-skinned, dark-skinned woman, and why were they pushing you out of the group? And we've seen this in music multiple times.
So much.
Fast forward to now, Netflix just did, I don't know if you saw the trailer they put up.
Strong Black Leads.
Strong Black Leads. They did a whole promo around women and men and just different complexions and different.
It's our diversity, especially as people of color.
Right.
I saw that.
So now, as an actor and someone who dealt with that complexionism in our society, it's still there. But
Complexionism a word? That's new.
Is it complexion
colorism?
or colorism?
Colorism.
Colorism.
I was like, complexionism.
Complexionism kind of
deep.
works though. But
No, I mean, I just didn't know. I was like, you taught me
Maybe I
something.
just made it up.
But colorism,
It happens
I got
all the
you.
time.
You might have made it up.
I might have made it up. Probably made it up. It's still there, right? And still in our society. But how does it feel now?
Ooh, for me, I was really, I guess, going through a period of insecurity. Honestly, at that time, I did, hear so many things about what was marketable. Being, we had a Latina and a light-skinned girl and me as the chocolate girl. I felt like, maybe my look wasn't as popular, and maybe because, so many things that I think I had to also kind of work through because of, the group and management. It made me think like, okay, well, the world is not checking for me. And I was told that, like, nobody's checking for a dark-skinned girl, so you need to step in the back. And I almost like was confused because like, doesn't talent just make the difference? Like,
Yeah.
Can I just sing? I'm a girl from East Orange, started singing in New Hope Baptist Church. I just wanted people to know, that I was real, that I was a regular girl, and that they could be like me and be beautiful and successful. You can be brown, you can be light, you can be caramel, you can be butterscotch, you can be anything. I mean, you can be from wherever you're from and still be beautiful, successful, and worthy of respect. So in today's time, it's so refreshing. Like everyone's like, oh yes, my chocolate girl. I mean, or Black Girls Rock. There was no Black Girls Rock then, and there was no, hashtag melanin popping and hashtag, on fleek, brown skin on fleek. There wasn't that. And now it's funny because I guess, things go in cycles, whether it be the industry, anything. I'm just grateful that other little brown girls from no matter where you're from can see images and say, okay, that's
They're
hot.
celebrating her
They're
too.
celebrating her too. So
Yeah.
I should be celebrating.
That's right.
It affirms them as they watch a version of themselves, even if it's not exact, and they can feel I deserve to be celebrated.
It's
Hearing
also,
that, sorry, Laura, but hearing that be articulated from somebody who lived that, right? I think is the story that often I don't feel gets heard, right? Like, because it exists, you hear about it, right? But the need to have it celebrated, right? Like, having a daughter, right?
And I have a brown skin daughter. Yeah.
Who doesn't have, I'm watching her watch Frozen, right? And wanting, and she'll go, Daddy, make my hair long like Elsa.
Like Elsa.
Right? And put fake hair on or try to be something because there's nothing that looks like her, right? Now, Moana, you have Moana for the complexion part, right?
Yeah.
But culturally, there's no, and so you start to watch this young person who's trying to find herself, right? And something that looks like her that she can be like, oh, that's amazing.
Well, that's why it was such a big deal, like Princess and the Frog and having
Princess
a black
and the Frog, right.
princess and putting images, whether it be Doc McStuffins. I'm actually a voice on Doc McStuffins.
Did not know that. She loved Doc McStuffins.
Oh,
She's
really?
over it now, but she loved for years.
I can't wait for my baby to start watching. Like, that was mommy. I played Luna from the Moona.
Really?
I'm
Wow,
an
Ebro's popping right now.
Wow. Issa, we met Luna from the Moona.
Yes, I'm an astronaut. The toy that, I claim this and this because she lands on, in where Doc McStuffins is, and she thinks everything is hers because she's used to from being out of space claiming everything. But a lot of people don't know that. Doc McStuffins was a lot of fun. And it's just good to see that beautiful image of this little girl who's a doctor.
Fast forward as a parent to have a black doctor on a set of diapers.
Crazy. Yes.
That my daughter was like, I want those diapers.
Doc
And
McStuffins.
then to see white kids who love Doc McStuffins and just love it, not even knowing, they just love the show because it's a great show, and it's they have a great family, and there's a little kid, and they play in the yard, and she's got a little brother. And
well, I always point that out. It's a double win. It's important for little black kids to see, but it's important for little white kids to see.
Kids from all walks of life. One thing I thought was important too, though, because we talked about this before, how dismissed, because it's important to have the conversations, right? And we're having them now, but how much you were dismissed when you would bring it up.
You said how much I would?
Yes, because when the conversation, I don't know, it popped up
how
about
much I was dismissed.
Yes, you were dismissed. Like, no, that never happened. And it was like somebody tried to tell you about your experience, which I thought was bonkers.
Yeah. What specifically are you talking about?
It's just in general. Just in general.
I don't think many people dismissed me. It was more like I was just kind of non-existent for a while. It wasn't even being dismissed. It wasn't like I was out there trying to tell my story and people were like, no. It was just more like I really fell off the face of industry, music business, lifestyle for like 4 or 5 years. And then when I came back with Notorious, people were like, oh, what happened to her? We didn't know you were still alive. It's weird. It's like the business just instantly, you could be at the top. That's why I'm so grateful, and I'm so, I don't know, I get like emotional. It's just like a spiritual thing too, because I literally could have been one of those people who maybe didn't have, faith or turned to drugs, or was kind of, you see people in, that we make fun of on social media. They were a hit on a TV show, like the girl from LL Cool J show, or just so many things that people really don't have any hope or guidance or support. And I'm just like, thank God that I'm still here to even sit with y'all to talk about it.
Yeah, and we do often, ridicule and laugh at someone as they are coping and dealing with the reality that their dreams,
they're not hot anymore.
Falling off. People love making fun of falling. Oh, you know who fell off?
Yes, you know who fell off?
No, that was their dreams. They really worked hard and they came up short.
Absolutely. I mean, but it's a real thing. Not just falling off, falling down and not knowing how to get back up. And that's the deeper issue. And for me, it's like you can fall down. I mean, we've all been there. But if you are able to get back up, that's the triumphant story, right? But everybody doesn't have that chance. So I'm just kind of like, all right, through it up, that happened. Yeah, I was in college. Yeah, I was broke. I couldn't even buy myself a car, and I had a platinum album. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, were you driving the X5 from the No More video? No, I was not. That's all fake. So it's good to let people know the image that you see even now. I mean, I'm a working actress, but it's always what's next. What's the next job? Power, I make money, it's good money, but at the end of the day, power ain't gonna live always. So you have to plan for your future.
Did you, when you were dealing with this, and me thinking about other things we've seen recently on social media, and people dealing with mental health issues and things like that. Did you go to therapy, and or was your therapy prayer and church and community?
I probably should have. I mean, I do counseling now. I mean, I haven't really talked about this, but no, at that time I didn't. It wasn't really like, I don't know, when you grow up in a black community, black family. I mean, I went to church. I definitely had my core people and everyone kind of praying for me. Really, my therapy was probably just getting back to normalcy. At 18 years old, I was out of a group that I had sold a platinum album, and then I had to realize what normalcy felt like. That was the best therapy, because it kind of made me check myself, like, okay, no. And then after a while, the videos were gone. The little trickles of, oh, aren't you, that was all gone. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to have to really be out here and figure out who I am. The biggest thing that helped me is to identify myself as Naturi Naughton, not you're the dark-skinned girl from 3LW. That was my identity for like 4 years. Then it became, you're the girl that was Little Kim. You're Little Kim. I was like, but I'm really not Little Kim. My name's Naturi. And, even with power, they're like, you're Tasha. You are Tasha. I'm mad at you. You sleeping with the lawyer. I mean, people have so many versions of, you when you're an actress. But I just want people to really take the time to get to know Naturi. And that's part of what I pride myself in, distinguishing all these characters. They're not me. I'm an actress.
Wow. That's a great story. Naturi Naughton, Power Season 5 on the way this weekend.
Yes, this weekend, July 1st. Tune in at 8 o'clock. We've moved up an hour earlier, so, get your kids to bed early if you can.
Anybody who's having sex in this season?
Lots of sex. You know how we do.
Because, Lala's sex becomes a thing. Anytime Lala has sex,
she's beautiful, and she killed it last season.
Anytime you have sex, it's...
I mean, it has been a thing, but that's been like 4 seasons of sex. I think my character, just lots of it. My character now is really so broken. I can't even think about getting it in.
So you're not humping. Tasha not humping.
She just focused on saving Tariq.
Yeah.
She got a dead daughter. Tariq about to go to jail.
It's not sex.
If she has sex, it's gonna be like Monsters Ball sex if she has sex next time.
It just make me feel good.
It's not because not in a good space.
Yeah, and that kind of sex is more just like to get your mind off it, and that's not. I don't think Tasha has the time
for that kind of sex.
Ain't nobody got time for that sex.
Anybody got time. But enough about sex. But yeah, y'all should watch because there's so much stuff going down this year. Other than sex, there's all kind of craziness. The relationships are broken. Dre is, I'm trying to, that Rotimi plays Dre. And this year, I'm so upset. He needs to go. Kanan.
When you say go.
Like, he needs to get got.
Killed.
I mean, something got to happen.
She's calling for him. Yeah, she's calling for bodies.
Because he is the reason why Tariq. I didn't say that.
Oh.
I didn't say nothing about nothing. Just watch the show July 1st.
Because I know Kanan and Tommy and Ghost are looking for him.
Oh, as they should be. But I also feel like they shouldn't be teaming up with Kanan because he's a backstabber. You can't trust him. But,
He trying to hump you.
I mean, it's been a while. Yeah, I guess. But, Tasha is also breaking up with the lawyer, trying to figure, and she teams up with Angela this year. So it's a little bit of a connection between Tasha and Angie, which I can't wait for people to see. It's an interesting journey because we're like enemies, but frenemies.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting because she also can't be trusted, but at the same time, I have to trust her with certain things because we both could go down.
Right.
She's just as dirty as me. So I think this is the season where alliances are formed that you would never expect. And by the end of the season, y'all, I just want to warn people, be ready. The ride is going to be crazy. Just know that you're not going to like everything you see, and you may not like me or some of the characters when it's
But she's an actor.
She's not. You see her in the street, don't talk to her like she's Tasha.
Exactly. Don't come for me. Don't come for us as a team. We are just actors. So enjoy the show. Enjoy the ride.
Or you get the, what does 50 say? Get the strap.
Oh, I love it. Get the strap.
Thanks, Naturi.
Thank you guys. So much. I appreciate y'all.